Unless you want warm milk and a side of failure. Alright, let's make one more trip. And remember to refill my lantern this time. Oh, gotta put the avocados away. Can I cook anything good here? Stuffed avocados. Uh-oh, my fuel ran out. Oh, I shouldn't even be setting out on this right now. It's about to be nighttime. Just don't spoil sashimi. Don't do it. Morning, B-Star. All right, now we go. Booty.
You read my mind.
I'm making one last run of quest foods out to the drop pod, and then I'm going to switch over to Stardeus.
I just finished a very long video.
Are you making videos now?
Very funny. I was watching a video and I just finished it.
Oh.
It was 2 hours.
Did it change your life?
No, but it reminded me of a lot of things. Because it was literally, all it was a video dedicated to going over Flash. Flash games, Flash animations, Flash websites.
Haven't thought about Flash in a while.
Yeah. Did you know that people actually did make a Flash archive? I think it's called Flashpoint, and it has like tens of thousands of animations and games and stuff.
I'll have to check that out. I bet there's a lot of really nostalgic stuff on there for me.
There is. They even have like a randomizer feature where you can just click a button and it gets like random, and it shows you like the most popular Flash games of all time.
Do you know Mike was super pissed when Flash got deprecated because he'd invested a ton of effort into becoming like really proficient in it professionally, like right out of college.
Flash animation actually is still something you can do. Although it's Adobe animation now. But it's still, supposedly it's very in lieu similar to Flash, but I don't think you can really make Flash games anymore. You have to use separate programs that are different. But man, that really took me down a fucking trip of memory lane. And it's funny because the guy who made the video is only a year older than me. Maybe over a year by a bit.
Oh, wow. A true historian studying things before their time.
Yep. Me and him have very similar thoughts. Very similar tastes in our games, too. Seems like.
My graduation project was actually an interactive comic about making interactive comics.
Mr. Clean. But yeah, it took me down a fucking trip for memory lane. Seeing all the old art styles and animations and also like the classic internet sensibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's really funny? Is, do you remember the very classic, like, video games make kids violent, right?
Yeah.
Of all the super peaceful and really nice people I've known, almost, like, at least of the older ones, almost all of them loved Flash, and all of the games and animations they talk about loving are incredibly fucking violent, gory, gruesome death montages, essentially. The internet really did have a weird, like, obsession with edginess in like, the mid-2000s. It's kind of funny.
The internet was very dominated by youth culture in the 2000s because it was mainly youth who were on the internet at that time. And youth culture's pretty much always been dominated by edginess.
Yeah.
Video games don't cause violence, lag does.
I have been seeing that one since 2010. At least that's what the date that I can most safely say is the first time I've seen it.
I've actually never heard that line before.
Really?
No.
Okay. I don't know how to explain the meme format, but do you remember the old, like, mid to late 2000s, some kind of dying off in the early 2010s, of, like, a picture with, like, kind of a bold white text below it, in with a black background, kind of in a box?
I don't know.
It's, I always struggle to describe it, but I saw it in that exact format as a kid.
Motivational poster memes.
No, I mean, it's hard to say, but like the type of image doesn't really, you don't see it anymore. Here, this.
I'm almost done with the celebrity chef quest.
This isn't the like meme. I don't care for the meme, but this format.
Yeah. It does just look like a motivational poster, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess it does. But that's when I first saw the like video games don't cause violence.
Tomorrow's Friday.
13th.
It is Friday the 13th. I'm just excited for the weekend. Oh wow. I'm so excited about this information.
What the fuck is happening in your brain?
Oh.
You know what's also funny is I actually learned something I didn't know from the video.
What's that?
Cool Math Games. I don't know if you've heard of it.
It is technically already Friday. I don't really think of it as the next day until I sleep
But Dad, are you aware
or the sun is rising. One or the other.
Of Cool Math Games?
I definitely remember the name. I'm not sure if I ever did anything with it.
It was another Flash website, essentially, that
Yeah.
hosted games. But I'm not even kidding, its original purpose for being made was looking for like basically to look like a late 90s or early 2000s, like kind of math gamey for kids website. And it was called Cool Math Games specifically to trick teachers. You just be like, but it's math games.
I can totally see it.
So it was actually made specifically just to get teachers off kids' backs.
Yep, I can see it.
And God, I remember Cool Math Games. I spent hours as a kid probably playing just Run and Run 2. It's amazing all the like Flash games too that I've forgotten about or like forgotten the names of and stuff. It's also crazy just how influential Flash was. Like the amount of creators from Flash, especially Newgrounds, that have gone on to have like crazy success stories.
I actually had to make a very basic Flash platformer game for one of my game design classes in college. I probably still have the files lurking somewhere.
It also brought up some games that I'm probably going to go try and play at some point, just for fun, like Mario 63.
Mario 63.
Yes. Which, it sounds dumb, but from what I saw of it, it's actually kind of fucking cool. Because it basically combines elements of Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy, but puts it all in a 2D, like, finish, you know? So it's 2D, but combines elements of all the 3D games. And it has some pretty interesting shit. And all the sprites are mainly from, like, the Mario and Luigi RPG and Yoshi's Island. You know what the video also reminded me of?
What?
Was the era of stick figures.
There was a time when the internet was obsessed with stick figures. Back in the early days of broadband, when like the ability to stream videos and stuff was kind of new, and so like amateurs fucking around with the ability to just make animations and put them on the internet was real novel, and people were just doing really basic fun things with it.
Zao Zao.
Zhao Zhao, yeah.
Yep. Stickman on crack. Henry Stickman. There are so many stick figure animations and games. And it's kind of amazing.
Yeah. That was like just before the age of YouTube.
It was somewhat during the beginning of YouTube as well, but it was definitely dying off at that point.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom quick.
Something bad's gonna happen at some point or another.
All right, let's do some Stardeus.
But yeah, it reminded me of just like the old internet as a whole too. Especially considering that all these old Flash websites had forums. And pretty much the only one that still has forums that are still not even just functional but visible is Newgrounds.
Is Newgrounds still around?
Yes, it is. It still has active forums even.
Hmm.
It still has animations and games. Still hosts like